And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Bill Guile.
Pleasant day today. We had our high temperature top off at 51 degrees. So I hope you got out there and were able to enjoy it, because we're not going to see that again for the rest of the week. Temperatures are going to be cooling down a little bit, but nonetheless, today was a day that's going to check in above normal. But looking ahead, we're going to be featuring a lot of clouds for most of the entire upcoming week. There'll be some periods of sunshine from time to time, but nowhere near as sunny as it was today. Temperatures cooling down for certain, and the wind will continue to be a factor all week long until probably late Thursday before things start to calm down. And then as we head towards the weekend, there's a potential for another snow and or rain threat. A little bit of differing solutions coming in for our long-range computer model. So we've got a lot of time to work that scenario out to see if it does indeed play out. If it does, it'll be kind of like the past couple of weekends we've been dealing with. Right now in Providence, we're 44 degrees. Winds busy out of the northwest, 17 miles per hour. You can see some of the stronger gusts now, mostly into the mid-20s at the present time. Some of those 30 mile per hour plus gusts have come to an end on the outer Cape, but they're not totally gone, but they will continue to ease up as we go through the course of the overnight hours, but only regenerate as we go through the day tomorrow and on into Wednesday, and slowly abate as we get into Thursday. Region-wide, our temperatures right now settling back towards the lower half of the 40s at this hour. It's 42 degrees. As you get up towards Smithfield, Worcester has cooled back down to 40. But as we look across the country, things are looking pretty similar as to what we've been seeing for most of the week, where all the warm air is to the south. The northern tier of the U.S. is kind of chilly, seasonably cold, if you will. And there's a little bit of an intrusion of some Arctic air coming out of Canada for the Dakotas, but we don't have to worry about that. We're not going to get that cold. But when you get these boundaries setting up like this, everything's kind of pretty zonal. So weather systems move from west to east in this type of flow. And indeed, that's going to be the case. So let's line it up here. See what's going to be happening on the weather map. There's an area of low pressure working into the Ohio Valley right now. This is going to slide to our south because of this area of low pressure sitting over Newfoundland. And that was our weekend storm that we had to deal with. And this is going to help basically push that storm system to the south, because it's going to kind of back up at us. It's kind of cut off from the main flow in the atmosphere. But the storm that is just now coming into the Pacific Northwest, that's the one we're watching that I've alluded to for our weekend threat coming up. So let's get you through it here. We'll see basically some breaks of sunshine as we wake up tomorrow morning. We don't have to worry about this storm coming at us with any precipitation. That's going to be back through New Jersey. But the wind will be the factor throughout the day tomorrow. And we'll be seeing an increasing amount of cloudiness as we go through the afternoon, as little spokes of energy come wrapping around that maritime ocean low. And basically, with the cold air coming in, going over the relatively warmer ocean waters, we'll get some ocean effect snow showers trying to develop for the outer Cape as we go into tomorrow evening. Nothing that'll accumulate, though. We'll stay dry throughout all of Rhode Island and most of southeastern Mass. I'm going to repeat the whole thing all over again on Wednesday. Just more and more spokes of energy coming through. Notice these grayish lines, how close they are. Well, those are constant lines of pressure, so isobars. And when they get really tight like that, that's what kicks up a lot of wind. And the reason that's happening is because high pressure is pretty much centered over the Great Lakes, and that low offshore is going nowhere. So until these systems break down a little bit, which will start happening towards the weekend, we're going to be dealing with a lot of wind and the clouds continuing to roll through. Here's the close-up look as to what we're going to be seeing, though. Our temperatures will be settling back to the 30s for tomorrow afternoon, and not improving much as we go through the entire upcoming week. But we'll basically stay dry. And then we head into the weekend. As we spring forward to daylight savings time Saturday night, we'll watch the potential for some snow or rain to develop, and whether or not it continues into Sunday, we'll see how that plays out as we get closer to it. That's your latest forecast. Let's see what's going on